He may answer a few questions. It's not going to be a long question and answer type deal, and it's going to be about Megan Boswell and the charges the charge that she has. We may have him do. Also, there's a post circulating about people searching a pond in North Carolina for this child. That's not true. It's not related to our missing person case. So I just thought I'd go ahead and clarify that with everybody.
What's your name? What's your name?
Andy Seabolt.
Oh, okay, you're Andy. Nice to meet you.
Who are you?
Travis with the new Sentinel.
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave there.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. I'm going to stick my phone up there because I'm with the radio, so I've got my recorder on my phone here.
Oh, you're totally fine, man.
I'll say hello because I haven't never met you from the News Sentinel. I'm
Oh.
David. I'm
What was
David.
it? David?
I'm David with the Herald Courier here in
Okay,
Bristol.
I'm Calvin. Good to meet you.
I'd seen some of your name and stuff, but
Okay.
you were one of the few that I hadn't never met down there.
Yeah, we don't make it out here this part of the state too often.
No, I don't make it down to Knoxville much anymore for football or anything anymore either. So
Yeah.
usually just rely on Wade.
Yeah. I need to come out for a Bristol race sometime. I love shooting NASCAR.
If you when we get down here, let me give you a card. If you ever want to come, let me know. I can do credentials, and
Yeah, definitely.
I just applied for our credentials last week.
Okay, cool. Send me an email or something sometime.
I will. But yeah, they're pretty easy to deal with credentials up there, especially if you shot NASCAR before.
Yeah. Shot Daytona, Chicago.
Bristol's a different animal.
Yeah,
It's so
but
small.
never like a bull
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, well, it was good meeting you.
Yeah, I'm down there quite a bit. I got a kid that competes at UT, so we come down when he's competing, and
Okay.
we're actually flying to College Station in the morning for the SEC indoor track meet.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah, this is just getting weirder and weirder from what we started with last week, and we're going now.
Yeah.
Did you go over to North Carolina a little bit, or was it?
No, that wasn't me.
Yeah. She's a good friend of mine. We miss her in Knoxville.
Yeah, Nikki just got there a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
She was just like working like during the day, but she moved to do mornings.
Is Matt Lake
Okay.
still working down on you guys, or did he live here?
What was it?
Matt Lake.
Okay.
He actually took a job over at Alarm. So there's some sort of science raising out there. I'm not totally sure, but from what I know, he's loved
Something
his
like
job.
his, she
He's a
has
good
to
guy.
kind of work around, so.
He worked up here for a couple of years.
Yeah, he did.
We had some good times.
He worked at Bristol?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. We nicknamed him Opie.
I check through all the site now and then.
That's nice, yeah, that's
See what's
awesome.
happening down in
But
down in
he was good to work
K-Town.
with.
Yeah.
He was just so nonchalant, but he'd always come back with the best stories.
Or what is
He's one of the best writers.
Well, Bluntful,
Yeah.
technically. Bristol, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not ever like this, but.
Mess up everybody.
For some reason, this thing keeps going wrong. You think they'll try on Knoxville? Have you chatted with them? If they move it, it's a state line. It's either you move Chattanooga or Nashville.
Probably.
So.
I think probably not too tainted at this point.
Yeah, you guys are just driving the coverage in. I'm surprised. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised ETE. Come on, around here too.
James Hey, that's what it's all going to, though.
That's right. Everything's moving.
Everything's off the phone these days.
Yeah. Slide back.
Oh, sorry.
Stick us up here now. I was just waiting until we got closer.
Those mics any higher.
Yes, we did.
I know, they're really high. They're gonna be like the shot.
This mic up here. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm out of the way.
You're good.
Probably a terrible idea for me to sing to them because I can't sing.
You didn't come out for a second. Ashley, when he comes to the podium, you want to take it, so we're going to do it.
Start playing like some AC/DC.
You have ACDC in your ringtone?
I should. I don't, but I should. Something like just ridiculous. Oh.
I'm Jeff Cassidy, Sheriff of Sullivan County. I want to start out by saying that we've been looking for baby Evelyn since last Tuesday. We've been working 24/7 nonstop. As you all know, she was first reported missing last week, and we're still searching for her and working to determine exactly when she disappeared. We have followed up on over 570 tips, along with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and Federal Bureau of Investigation. We've been working as a team on this ever since baby Evelyn went missing. At this point, most of you are aware that we've received a number of conflicting, inaccurate statements from the mother, Megan Boswell, Evelyn's mother. During the investigation, we determined that some of the statements Megan Boswell provided to us were false. Many of the false statements that Megan made delayed our investigations and also impeded our investigations on trying to find Evelyn. As a result, she has been charged with false reporting. Because the investigation remains active and ongoing, we can only release specific answers to this investigation. Of course, everybody knows that a lot of the stuff that we received, with it being conflicting and inaccurate, and a lot of the information you all are receiving are from the mother, Megan. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing out on social media, and a lot of stuff that has been relayed to you hadn't come from our office. So we want to release the most accurate information to you all, and we want to be promptly in doing so. So a lot of the stuff that you all are getting is from the mother, and you know, you take with it what you want, but she has been inaccurate, conflicting statements all through this investigation. If you have any more information or need information about these specific charges and about maybe the future of this case, I would like to refer that to our District Attorney General, Barry Staubus, or District Attorney General office, okay? Also, if you have any questions relating to the Amber Alert process, of course, I'd like to refer you to our Public Information Officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Leslie Earhart. However, please know that we remain committed and continue to do everything possible to find out what happened to Evelyn. And as always, as soon as relevant information and accurate information, I want to really reiterate that, as it comes to us, we will get that out as soon as possible. Okay. Anyone with relevant information concerning Evelyn's whereabouts are asked to call 1-800-TBI-5. Okay. I'm just going to take a few questions because everything we have released to you, you know, that have been proved to be relevant or misinformation. So there's not really much that we can answer because, like I say, this is an active, ongoing investigation, and we don't want to have conflicting stories. And social media has really impeded this investigation. So we really want to get just accurate information out to you all. Okay, so I'll take a few questions. And my Public Information Officer, Captain Seabold, will take us, if you have anything relating to the missing vehicle and the BOLO that we put on the BMW and the charges on the grandmother and Mr. McLeod, okay?
Sheriff, yesterday Megan Boswell told us that she couldn't take a polygraph because she was pregnant. Can you kind of touch on the fact that you guys maybe have not administered one of those to her, or has she received a CVSA or anything like that?
She was never asked to meet us for any polygraph. We don't actually have a polygraph examiner. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation does the polygraphing. We never set up any type of interview for her. And the pregnant statements, I'll have to leave that to her. That's information she released to you. Of course, it being medical, there's HIPAA violations that we have to look into, and I can't release that information at this time.
Sheriff, do you still believe Evelyn Boswell is alive, and are you any closer to finding where she is?
I hope and pray. My staff hopes and pray, and everybody working on this case hope and pray she's alive. We're going to continue to work just like she is alive.
Sheriff, as more time elapses, is this case becoming more complicated?
Well, it was complicated from the beginning. Good question, but like I say, we were it was just reported last Tuesday. Last known sighting verified was 1st of December. So we were already behind the 8 ball, 67, 68 days before she was even reported missing. So a lot of the tips that we followed up on, they hadn't been really relevant to or pertinent to our investigation.
Sheriff, we're hearing that authorities in Wilkes County are searching in a pond in connection with this. Speaking of those social media rumors, is this true, and how can we combat things like
I'm glad
that?
you brought that up, Angie. I meant to tell you all that is just information we just received, and that is confirmed. They are looking in an area in Wilkes County, North Carolina. It wasn't asked from anybody that I know of from our agency or Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, but they are actively looking at a area in Wilkes County, North Carolina.
And this is in connection with Evelyn Boswell?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the reward money still at $56,000?
No, it's up to $59,850.
How frustrating is it for you as the rumors on social media have circulated? We've heard reports possibly in Virginia Beach, now North Carolina. I mean, do you have any idea where these leads are coming from, and kind of how are you working to combat those that are false?
Well, that's one thing I want to relay to the public. Law enforcement has to work on probable cause. We can't go on assumptions, gut feelings. We have to have relevant, sufficient evidence to prosecute a case. So with that, I got with the District Attorney General late last night while we were working on this case, and all we have at the time was false reporting. So we arrested her for that. And like I say, our main concern right now is find Evelyn, but like you said, very frustrating. 2 months before she's even reported missing, it puts us behind, puts our investigation behind. And then, like you say, speculation, people posting on social media, assumptions. We can't go on assumptions. We've got to have fact, and with fact, we have to have probable cause before we can execute search warrants, make arrests, if that makes sense.
Sheriff, following up on that, how should the community help? If you have any questions, what can we do?
The community has been outstanding, the outpouring support of the support from the community. But you gotta think of our timeline of over 2 months, her missing. We would love to have a grid search area and form search teams to assist us in locating everyone, but 413 square miles in our county, and then there was a possibility of Mendota, some possibilities of North Carolina. You can imagine the labor-intensive work we would have to have just trying to form a search team. If we can get some information to where we can narrow that down to in a mile grid area, we would be glad to have more help. But just prayers, concerns, support from our local community and all over the nation has really been outpouring. We appreciate the prayers and support.
Sheriff, have you been able to speak to the grandmother since she got back to Wilkes County?
I have not myself, but she has been questioned by investigators.
What has she told you?
I'll leave that up. That's still under investigation. I really wouldn't like to comment on that.
Sheriff, I know that
One more question.
you've all said that her story has changed. The mother's story has changed multiple times since you guys initially started talking to her. Since she's been arrested, has her story changed yet again, or kind of what has been like
Every
since
time
you?
we talk to her, her story changes. And I'm serious when I say that, every single time.
Sheriff, you said the last verified sighting was the 1st of December. A few moments ago, we previously heard it was December 26th, December 11th, 10th or 11th.
10th or 11th is what I've been going on simply because it was verified by somebody that's not lied to us.
And is that the babysitter?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So you've talked to him or her?
We've interviewed everybody.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
for coming.
Thank you very much. And like I say, we will promptly get information out to you as it comes to us when it's relevant and accurate. So like I say, just be patient with us. I appreciate your all's patience, but as you can tell, this is a very, very difficult case. And whenever a lot of stuff comes to us, it's just not accurate. I don't want to get that to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
If you guys have follow-up questions, related to the investigation, we ask that you send Andy Seabolt an email at seabolt@scsotn.com. If you have a question related directly to the Amber Alert, you can reach us at tbi.media@tn.gov. Thank you.
Is Clyde still in North Carolina? Do you know if he's here?